I guess maybe we can even start with what is a sanskar?
Absolutely.
Right? What is it, and why is it relevant?
Especially in this day and age where it's not something that you need to do puja for.
Yeah.
It's not something that... It's one of those things, for me, how I like to look at it, especially with our boy now. When we decided that we were ready to have a family, and I think we had spoken to you about it a little bit, you know, when it comes to the Garbhadhan, the
number one,
the prenatal Sanskars, right?
First one.
When you're ready, I like to consider it as two individuals having individual karma coming together now, building karma together, calling upon a soul that is calibrated and catered for those two souls to teach you the lessons that you're meant to. And so you're calling them and you're praying for their karmic baggage to be cleared. So when they arrive, just peace. And so that's just a big part of, you know, this kind of encapsulates, but especially as a Vedic priest, you know, it's something I'm sure you've seen. And what are some of the questions that you get?
Well, I think people just think that, you know, they don't know about it. They know they're 16. You know, if they know that they're 16, then that's a huge win, right? Some people just think that a sanskar is kind of, you know, when you hear the word sanskar, you think of, you know, something possessive, like your sanskars or like what you inherit. And yes, that's important. But the sanskar is also, you know, we say it's spiritual checkpoints, right? It's just like, checkpoints. You know, as Rakesh mentioned, and number one starts the Garbhadhan even before that baby, you know, is conceived. It's just the thought, the intention of wanting to start a family and having that alignment
through the lens of God's grace.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Right.
That's where it all starts. Like with everything, you know, so many, every time, you know, whenever we do a sanskar or any major yajna, we start with the sankalp. What is the sankalp? The sankalp is setting the intention. Right? Why are we here? Why are we gathering at this specific time, at this specific moment?
With this alignment with the sky now, as our witness.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much, and this is the scientific aspect of Sanatana Dharma. We get lost in the rituals based on, you know, either just doing it or either the tradition or the superstition or the fear aspect of it. But this is the beautiful part of it, right?
Spiritual science.
The spiritual science of it, absolutely. So, you know, oftentimes I find myself having to explain, you know, the course of the Sanskars. And it's like you go to school, right? You go to school and you graduate, you know, one grade and you move to the next. And then you keep building and you keep going up.
And that's why we use the word spiritual checkpoint. Like in a video game. You know, when you get to one point.
Absolutely.
Even though you get to that point in the game where you no longer have to worry about, you know, going back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You won't have to ever start over again.
Definitely.
And even if when it comes to Sanskars, it gives you the ability to keep God close to you. I'm trying to find the words live and direct.
This too. It's not scripted.
It's not. This is all coming along, right?
Yeah.
But basically, they say sanskari, right? When you can look at a young person and you can say that, you know, he shines through his sanskars. Yeah. That is just having God infused into each step of your life. From before, if you infuse God into the beginning of your journey, success is there for you and the rest. And so that's what this is basically doing. You're infusing the grace of God, you're surrendering your mind, and you're making these actions in honor of God, ensuring that whatever action comes from this is successful, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, it does. It really does. And, you know, I think more so, you know, our dharma, our scriptures, especially the Vedas, outline all these recommendations that you're supposed that are there, you know, prescribed, you know, already tried and true and tested, and it's just for us now to, you know, the playbook is there. Do we want to execute the play, right? Do we want to put those things into action?
Use the blueprints that are there.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need to go construct new blueprints right? They're already there, and they've been proven effective generation after generation. Yeah.
Yugas after yugas.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. You know,
Sri Ram did these Sanskars.
definitely. And not only that, the power of the Sanskars is not only for you. It's not only for like that child, like a newborn. It's definitely for the parents that are
100%
that are doing that. It's the child that passes down those Sanskars from their parents and grandparents to future generations. You know, and our script. Yeah, go ahead.
Just piggybacking off of
Yeah.
especially for our generation.
Yeah.
And the younger generations that are already parents, age is a privilege, right?
Yeah.
But more along the lines of my friends that I grew up with that are not so immersed in Dharma, but now that they have children, they know and they've seen what the sense of urgency was when it comes to having a connection with God and, wondering, what is it that I do? Is it okay that I do this now? Mm-hmm. I didn't do this. I didn't do this all my life, but I have a son now.
Yeah.
I have a daughter now.
Yeah.
Can I do these Sanskars?
Yeah.
And when you go and, not to get into too much, but where, some will say, no, you can't.
Yeah.
If your parents didn't do these Sanskars, you can't do these Sanskars.
And I think that's
a big
unfortunate.
misconception.
That's so unfortunate.
What it does, like you said beautifully,
Yeah.
it's not just for the child, but for the parents. Mm-hmm. This is meant to help us propel our awareness towards, our own divinity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really what the Sanskar is for. And so,
and the same way, right? You might not have done it. Your parents might not have done it for you. Their parents might not have done it for you. But I guarantee you, their ancestors did it for them, right? And that line and that lineage never gets broken. Even if it's skipped, you can always pick it back up. You can always pick it back up. And, it just goes to show, even our scriptures, they tell us that the effect of Sanskars are latent impressions on to that Atma. Right? And I've got a yeah.
sorry.
No, absolutely.